Mediation is about resolving conflict.
It puts people in a safe place.
It's just a great chance to help people who they have a problem.
Mediation, I believe, is one of the answers to eliminating some of that built up rage and anger.
I won't go as far as to say it's a win-win, but it's a lose less on both parties.
Because everybody's going to lose just a little bit. We're not all going to get our way. But the beauty of mediation is that you get to decide what you're giving up.
They can come up with resolutions that work for them far better than a person in a black robe sitting behind a bench. My name is Chuck Hill.
My name is Dawn Bennett.
My name is Don Schulze.
My name is Beverly Connor, and I am a volunteer mediator for Nashville Conflict Resolution Center.
How did you become a mediator? Why?
Because I love conflict. I love working through conflict, helping people to work through conflict, because I've been upper level management with 200 plus employees. Conflict has been a part of my life.
So I went through a divorce, and it was a negotiation. And I thought there's got to be a better way to do this. Because we're going to be co-parents for the rest of our lives. When mediation can be a way to model how to resolve conflicts between two parents, then you are planting seeds for lifelong skills that can impact the lives of the children.
And grandchildren.
And grandchildren. It can break some cycles.
Yep, it can.
The majority of the times, when we have conflicts, we think the way to solve them is by hollering, shouting, bringing out your piece, with violence. We can solve our conflicts by talking, by understanding the other side, by listening.
A lot of times I find what comes out of it is that the other party is hearing for the first time
What it was like.
And it really is an onion too that you are peeling, because what's up there's so much more down here.
True.
There are always two sides to a story. I get, kind of hooked on the first part of the story, and I have to remind myself, wait a minute, you've only got half the picture here.
Every mediator has their shtick that creates a turning point, right? So when you have a mediation that is tied up in thousands and thousands of dollars, and you've got 30 minutes, because that's what you have sitting on the bench outside the courtroom, how do you get to the turn?
One of my favorite, most palpable moments was a young couple, and they all came in loaded, right? And you do this, and you do this, and you do this. And she went on for probably, I'd say 8 or 10 minutes, which is a long time. And I finally kind of put my hand on her, and I said, I hear so clearly what you don't want. Can you tell me what you do want? And she sat back, and there was silence. Then she dropped her head, and she looked up with tears streaming, and she said, I want my child to have a father. And she looked straight at him and said that. The room shifted, it was palpable, and then they worked out a parenting plan.
People need to unload some of their emotional baggage before they can move towards finding solutions. And so I need to have patience in letting them get through some of that rather than turning to, okay, so how can we solve this?
Nobody feels good about filing a warrant and taking another party to court. For many that I mediate with, that's simply a cry for help. Mediation is their last minute intervention. Let's try to talk this out and solve it in a way that works for both of us.
If these cases had to be adjudicated, the courts would be overwhelmed. There would be a lot of angry people running around with unresolved conflicts, and that costs us all money.
And could possibly move it over into criminal.
Absolutely.
I came in because my child was in juvenile detention in a different county that did not and only recently started to offer mediation. And the reason why I mediate is because I don't ever want a family to have no services like I did. Because we struggled. My child had to go to jail. I mean, it was bad. One of my frustrations in life is a tiny little phrase that says, "Oh, I know how you feel. Oh, I understand," when you have no clue. The first thing I tell people when I open up a mediation is I do a head count, and I say things like, there are 4 people in this room, and that means there are 4 voices. So we all have an equal amount of space in this room. Everybody matters.
I want everybody to have access to these kinds of services. NCRC offers it at reduced fee sliding scale, pro bono.
What NCRC is doing has
Wonderful
an
thing.
impact on, individuals with families, communities. It's just
Amazing.
amazing.
It
It
is.
really is. And that we're a part of it, bringing peace to individuals and helping them to be able to resolve their conflict.